Hey y'all, it's Liz. Hey, today we're going to be making Betty's Orange Slice Cake. And looks like a lot of ingredients, but it's really a simple recipe. So let me just show you what all you're going to need to get started. You're going to first need a cup of butter that's been softened. You're going to also need 2 cups of sugar, 4 eggs, 3½ cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a ½ cup of buttermilk. You're also going to need 14 ounces of the orange slice candies that I chopped up into little bite-sized pieces. You're also going to need, I'm going to use a half of this box of golden raisins to compensate for what I did not make up for with the orange slices. Also, you're going to need 2 cups of chopped pecans, which is this, a cup of coconut flakes, and an 8-ounce bag of chopped dates. So yeah, that's what you're going to need. Alright, let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to beat together the butter and the sugar. We're going to beat that together until it's creamy. Okay, this is what the mixture looks like once it's been creamed. Make sure that your butter is softened before you start this. I'm going to go ahead and add my 4 eggs. And then I'll be back. Okay, so this is what it looks like once it's been creamed together. Now we're going to add in a flour and our buttermilk, but I'm going to alternate it with just a little bit of the flour at first and a little bit of buttermilk. And then I'm just going to mix that together until I have gotten it all combined. Okay, I forgot to tell you at the very beginning, you have to set your oven to 275 degrees. So preheat your oven to 275 degrees because this cake is going to cook for about 2 hours. I went ahead and sprayed down my bundt pan. If you have a tube pan, that would work just as well. This is what the mixture looks like once we've mixed it up. And now we're going to start adding in our fruit. We'll start adding in our candy orange slices, our raisins, then our nuts, and then the coconut. And then I'll be back. Alright y'all, I'm back. I had to mix all of this together. It is very, very stiff. So don't think that you did anything wrong because you didn't. It's just a very dense cake. And if you have a strong, handsome man who'll help you mix this, you might want to do that because I am plumb wore out from mixing this. Okay, so anyways, now that it's all mixed, we're going to take it and we're going to place this evenly into our bundt pan. We're going to top it with this tin foil. We're not going to secure it or anything. We're just going to lay the tin foil on top and bake it for the first hour with this tin foil just laid up on the top. Then after the hour, we're going to take it off and let it bake another hour without the tin foil. That way it doesn't burn. Okay, so we're going to put this into here and then I will be back. Okay, here's what it looks like once it's in the pan. We're now going to place our tin foil on top without, pressing it down or securing it or anything, just laying it on top. And then we're going to put this in a 275 degree oven for 1 hour with it covered. After that 1 hour, we'll take the cover off and cook it for another hour until it's ready. And we'll test that by sticking a toothpick in there to see if it's done. Also, while this is cooking, I'm going to show you how to make the glaze that goes on top of it. Okay, have your confectioner sugar and your orange juice ready and we'll make our glaze. Okay, y'all, to make the glaze that is going to go on top of Betty's orange sliced cake, you're going to need 2 cups of confectioner sugar and a ½ cup of orange juice. And you'll just add the orange juice to the confectioner sugar and mix it until it has a very pourable consistency where you can just take it and pour it on top of the warm cake or the hot cake. So as soon as the cake comes out of the oven, we'll mix all of this together and we'll pour it on top and we'll go from there. Alright, see you guys then. Okay, so here's the cake after I let it cook for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Remember, I put a piece of tin foil on top of this for 1 hour. I removed the tin foil after the 1 hour, and then I let it cook for another hour and 20 minutes because that's how long it took for it to get done. So now what I'm going to do is let this cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to go around the edge and kind of loosen up and go in the middle and loosen up this cake. Then I'm going to put my topping on it and let it seep in. So I'm going to show you how to do the glaze that goes on top of this. Be right back. Okay, to do the glaze, inside this bowl I have 2 cups of confectioner's sugar, and I have a half a cup of orange juice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by putting a little bit in, and then I'm going to mix it and then see if I need the rest of it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I loosened the cake from the sides of the pan and also in the middle. And what I'm going to do now is pour this mixture on top and let it soak in. And then once it's soaked in, I'm going to plate it on another plate, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I went ahead and I poured it all over it. So we're just going to let it sit here, and it'll seep all the way into the cake. And all of this will seep down into the cake, so you don't have to worry about it. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, so here is my cake. It's been cooling. It's still a little warm, but it's so pretty. And I went ahead and I poked holes in the top of this cake, and when I put the topping on so it would drain down into the cake and actually keep the cake moistened inside instead of just on the outside. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, well, that's it for the video. You guys have a great night. Bye.